What's up, Internet? We are here yet again in the town with a few minutes left in the day. However, I do have something else planned. I want to stream tonight, so I think this one will probably be pretty short. I don't really plan on going anywhere outside of the town's borders. And so I'm thinking this will probably be like maybe 15 minutes, if that, but we can go fishing and look for treasure and stuff. Unfortunately, as a quick update to my equipment, I have spent all day with my computer trying to format my SD card so that I can actually run my RF and stuff, and yeah, that hasn't done anything. Like, it's sat there and I think it's doing something, but, you know, I'm not seeing any progress or anything. I'm just hoping that it eventually fixes things. However, this means I cannot use the RF like I'd planned. I have, however, found the old skeleton of the old Retron 5, performed some necromantic rituals, and I may have revived the Super Famicom slot for one final swan song, so I still might be able to do what we had intended to do, just using not very good equipment. And I'm really crossing my fingers that I actually managed to get the cartridge slot working for at least one more go. So hopefully that will happen. And by hopefully, I mean I did test it out earlier. It seemed to work, so you know, let's just hope I can do it one more time. If I can, then we're good. If not, then I'll be sad because I've been planning this for a while. But such is life. Anyway, we're just wandering around. I guess we could see if we can find some coelacanths or something. Like I said, we're probably gonna make this like maybe 15 minutes, if that. Because I got something else I want to do, but we will see what we can do about that. That's a big fish. I don't think that's a coelacanth big, but it's just a really big sea bass. Like you sometimes find, I guess. That one might be a snapper, because that seems a little too small, at least comparatively. Yeah, just gonna do a little bit of fishing here today, and, you know, after about 15 minutes or so, I'm gonna call it, and do some prep work for our big spooky Halloween stream that was something else I'd planned to do since last year. So this is more like just prep work. I think tomorrow I'm gonna have to do the only instance of time traveling ever, because if I don't, we're not gonna be able to actually like witness a Halloween event, which I'd feel bad about. But I'm not gonna be able to do anything tomorrow night because I have to go hand out candy for my grandma, who is getting up there and just doesn't have the energy to hand out candy for kids anymore. So instead, we're gonna have to time travel tomorrow, but that's a problem for tomorrow morning me. Present me is fishing for about 15 minutes and then gonna try and set up some antiquated equipment because my current equipment's busted. And, you know, hopefully we will play one of the spookiest things I could find on the Super Nintendo. You know, next to last year's top scariest thing, Religion. And I have the perfect thing picked out. So, as long as the repairs I did to the Retron 5 actually hold for one final use, will be good. Although I'm still terrified about trying to fix my RF's SD card, because it just does not seem to want to fix. I figure I will leave it in fragment mode for a little while, like an extra day or two, and if nothing happens, I'll just have to buy a new SD card. Much though I don't really want to. But such is how things are currently. I'm just glad I sort of found a way to maybe make this work, because it would suck to just like at the 11th hour have something not happen just because of random happenstance. Stupid sea bass. I'm gonna throw this away, because I don't want it. But maybe we'll find something better. Oop. I think it swam away. Crap. Because I think that might have been a coelacanth. Can't always catch coelacanths, although you might want to. Barbell steed. That's a dumb fish. It's a big fish that's worth nothing. Awesome. Actually, it's got the similar problems with the sea bass, except it's more freshwater than saltwater. Unfortunately, there's not really any good fish inland anymore. Like, there's the char, but that's it. And that only shows up at certain hours in 1 acre. Oh, that could have been a coelacanth, judging by its size. Stupid sea bass. Go away. Come on, be a good fish. Nope, nothing there. Get rid of this. Is there a fish on this acre? There should be. That's a big fish. That should be a coelacanth. Ah! And I whiffed it. How are things in town? Mighty wishing well. Ah, everything's perfect. That is delightful. Oh, there's Spike. Yes, I have that crazy red flyer right here. Except I already threw it out. But he's supposed to be here tomorrow. Which is exciting. Because it means we might be able to finally finish off our museum. Hopefully. Assuming that random number generation is merciful to us. Which, let's just be honest, it never is. Stupid sea bass. I'm gonna get rid of that now. Alright. Is there anything interesting around here for fish? Doesn't look like it. Unfortunate. But it cannot be helped. Let's check down here. That's a coelacanth. Come on. Yeah! There we go. We caught the living fossil. That's worth a few bells. Get rid of that stupid sea bass because we don't need it. Just gotta keep going around. See if we find anything else that looks interesting. That might be a snapper. Maybe. Just annoying that the sea bass has such a wide variance in appearance. Oop. Now that time it was actually looking. Don't be a sea bass, don't be a sea bass. Crap. Okay, that fish looks a lot larger than the shadow it produced. And also, I don't want it. That could possibly be a snapper. That ball will just bounce in the water forever if you let it. Because physics. I guess there's something majestic about that. If you're into physics balls, anyway. Ah, there's the snapper. Knew there was one there. Just had to wait for it. At least that. We can get rid of one more sea bass. Replace it with something slightly better. That would just be super. Although that said, we can't sell them tomorrow either. That's something we gotta remember. Because it's raffle. It's raffle day. As well as special event. So there's doubly no way we can sell stuff. Which is a problem. But that's a problem we'll deal with when we have to deal with it. Oh, there's a sea bass. Garbage fish. Although I've heard sea bass is quite delicious. I can't eat seafood though. Too gross. I've heard sea bass is pretty good though. Come on. Stupid fish. Get your little fish brain. Get over here so I can catch you. You're gonna be a sea bass too. It's the most frustrating thing of all. It's always the worst things that are the hardest to catch for whatever reason. It's like, by all rights, this should be easy to catch, but you have to put effort into it. So it stings all the more when it's not something good. I get it. I don't like it, but I get it. There's a snapper. Alright. Well, our pockets are full. Which could be a problem tomorrow, but again, we'll figure it out when we have to. I think we're gonna go home, we're gonna call it, and then I'm gonna take about 5-10 minute break and just set up. And assuming that everything works out properly, we will get on with what I actually plan on doing for tonight. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed, and I will ideally see you in a few minutes. Peace out, Internet.